icing sugar. Hi, hello and vanakkam. Welcome to Cooking with Deepz. Today, no cooking involved. We're not baking either. No cooking, no baking. We're making tiramisu. Making your life easy, my life easy with no cooking or baking, and that's what this whole series is all about. Adulting 101. No need to make your life harder than it already is. Right, the ingredients. Time for the ingredients. You want a mixing bowl first, and then we want the coffee, icing sugar, double heavy cream, mascarpone cheese, ladyfinger biscuits, and last but not least, the cocoa powder. So every day of this week the weather was so good, and the one time I decided to film, it's raining, there's wind, can you even hear me talk? This is the part where I'm supposed to tell you what I'm doing. So we want 250 milliliters of coffee, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking about, let's say 2 spoons of coffee, boiling some water, let's get that done. Depending on how strong you want your coffee to be, just, add more coffee. I don't have those fancy coffee machines, so, we're just going to go manually. Okay, so you want your coffee to kind of look like this color. And if you can tell, I chose a black container. That's very smart of me, isn't it? But yeah, okay. So we're going to let that cool down a little bit. So I am going to measure up my coffee. So we want 250 ml. So let's see how much we've got here. Please tell me that's enough. Hey, come on, come on, come on, come on. I am a genius. Alright, okay. Alright, so you want to transfer that, and we want to add a 1/4 cup of icing sugar into this. Where's my icing sugar? I'm gonna move this up. That was hot. Don't need that on the table. I mean, I have a small working space today, so you want to keep that space as clear as you can. Okay. 1/4 cup. Yes, I have cups. I don't have fancy coffee machines, but we have machines. That will do. Okay, so this is a total disaster, isn't it? Okay. I am spilling this everywhere. This is a bad idea, isn't it? Okay, let's just go with the spoon. Just press it down so you know exactly how much you've got. I can still fill this up a bit more. Is this a 1/4 cup? Yeah. You can add icing sugar to your table as well if you want, just, there's no harm in that. Okay, and then we just chuck that all in there. So now we have our coffee mixture. You want to save 3 tablespoons of that separately, because we're going to need that later on. Okay, now we have the coffee mixture. Next thing we want to do is lay these lady fingers into a tray. So I'm grabbing this. You can use anything you want. You can use a single cup. You can use any fancy containers. I'm just going to use this because, again, adulting 101. Do I look like I own these fancy trays? No. So we want to cover the base. I'm just going to lay these lady fingers. I mean, why are these even called lady fingers? In what world does this look like lady fingers? that name. Okay, so after layering the biscuit, it should look like this. And then to that, we just want to add the coffee mixture and let that soak into the biscuit and get all mushy. You can add as much as you want. I don't really like mine to be too mushy, so just make sure every top of the biscuit is coated with coffee. Okay, so we're gonna leave that on the side to chill, and we'll come back to it when time is needed. Okay, so while the coffee mixture and the biscuits are chilling, we want to get onto the cream. So you want 1 cup of heavy cream and whip it until you get that soft peak. Guys, the first time I did this, I really thought I would get that soft peak immediately, but you need to whisk it until for like a good 5 minutes to get that soft peak. So you want 1 cup. Alright, let's whisk this bad boy. Useful to plug that in first. Alright, let's get our arm workout done. Let's check how we're doing. Okay, still too liquidy. This is not good enough, so let's go again. To that, we are adding mascarpone cheese. We want about 220 grams. This is 250. So pretty much the whole packaging, or all of what's in this, except for that extra 30 grams. So we're just going to eyeball this. Okay, you want to add this in small chunks so that it doesn't get lumpy. Do you guys want to hear a cheese joke? Are you ready? What kind of cheese can hide a small horse? Mascarpone. If you laughed, if you chuckled, if you had that air coming out of your nose, please go subscribe right now. If you didn't, you can still subscribe. I mean, that would really make me happy. To that, we are adding half a cup of icing sugar. Here goes again the mess with the icing sugar. Once you've added this in, let's add in the coffee mixture we kept on the side. Thank you. Voila. I'm gonna mix this gently with a spoon and then go in with the hand mixer. But you want to get the icing sugar nice and tucked in before you do that, because otherwise it's a snowfall in here and we don't want that. Fly, fly away, fly. Ah! Right, next we are grabbing a piping bag and piping this into the piping bag. I mean, that's exactly what a piping bag is for. How many times have I said the word piping bag? I don't know. Someone please let me know in the comment section down below. And for those who think, oh, does she have piping bags when she doesn't have fancy baking tray? Yes, I do. Piping bag, cream mixture and ladyfingers all here. Now it's time to put these together and let these guys have a little party together. Okay, you want to grab a glass, put that in there and then just pour that over the glass. Okay, this is not going to be a neat process, guys, so just bear with. Alright, so let's cut. You don't need to be precise with this, you just want it to... Left-handed problems. No one respects me in this house. Why don't we have left-handed scissors? We'll get there, we'll get there. Almost there. Now you want to cover the top. It doesn't need to be neat. but little dollops here and there just to distribute this evenly. Okay, so now you just want to grab a spoon and go in and even this out to make it look pretty. Ta-da! Okay, almost there. Next step is to grab the cocoa powder and we are going to sift it on top of it, and then room for my secret ingredients in a second. You can put as much as you want. I'm just going to go light on the cocoa because I'm going to add my secret ingredient on top and sift, 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 sift. So once you've cleaned the edges and sifted the cocoa powder on top, it should look like this, nice and clean. And now room for my secret ingredient, Lotus Biscoff. We are just going to crush this, get some crumbs, little pieces, sprinkle it on top for some extra crunchiness. I'm going to go crush this and be right back. And then we're just going to go and sprinkle that on top. I haven't really seen tiramisu with Biscoff sprinkled on top. Let me know if you have, but I personally haven't. And I love it. It's got that nice little crunchiness that's missing. But that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cooking with Deepz. It was a nice and easy, simple tiramisu recipe. If you did, don't forget to leave a comment down below, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, do everything you need to do. And I will see you in the next episode of Cooking with Deepz.